Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and this is Reggaeboyz Commentary. It's Tid Bits Friday and I have some more interesting information for all of you Reggaeboyz fans. As we know, Leicester City are Premier League champions and a Jamaican international who is in that team, Wes Morgan, has an accolade under his belt. He's a Premier League champion. Now, I'm going to go through some past and present Reggae Boys, or you could say present footballers still, who have some accolades under their belt, and maybe some of these trophies that they've won you didn't know that they did win it. So I'm going to go through some of that as well and give a bit more interest to your knowledge as well. So here we go to start things off. Deon Burton. Did you know Deon Burton was a Sportsman of the Year award in Jamaica in 1997? Yes, and guess what? He's the only footballer to win it in Jamaica. That's just bananas, isn't it? Think about all the different football players that Jamaica's produced and he's the only one to win it. It's really disappointing that not more Jamaicans are even involved in this list. Look at Darren Mattox, what he did in 2014 and 2015 as well, scoring those goals for Jamaica. He should have at least been nominated. We know with track and field how they dominate, and I just think that yes, winning a gold medal is significant to Jamaica, but if you score a goal per game for your country consistently for 6 matches in a row, that's a purple patch of form and that has to be recognized. And I don't know why that was not recognized, but you know, hard work pays off and nothing happens before its time. So for Deon Burton, his own was truly deserved, and I hope to see more Jamaicans involved in this list in the near future. Mike McCallum has the most Sportsman of the Year titles with 7, so I would love to see a footballer get there with 8 one day. One day in the future. Although Usain Bolt might pass him soon with 7 titles, I still think that a footballer can be up there. We need to produce an icon very soon. Another player who has earned some accolades under his belt is another Jamaican who played at the 1998 FIFA World Cup, and that is Frank Sinclair. Yes, the same Frank Sinclair that played for the likes of Chelsea and Leicester City. And guess what? He won trophies with both clubs. He won the FA Cup with Chelsea in 1997, and he won the League Cup as well with Chelsea the year later in 1998, prior to jetting off to France with Jamaica for the 1998 World Cup. And guess what? Prior to Leicester City's Premier League win, their last major trophy came in winning the League Cup in 2000 under head coach at that time, Martin O'Neill. And you know who was in that side? Frank Sinclair. Yes, he won a trophy with Leicester City. He won the League Cup in 2000 with Leicester City. This was their last trophy, last major silverware prior to winning the Premier League this week. It was on Monday after Tottenham drew 2-2 against Chelsea. Donovan Ricketts. He was another member of our national team in the 1998 FIFA World Cup. He was our 3rd string keeper, and at that time he was 21 years of age. Well, going on 22 you could say, and he made an impact in his latter stages of his career. They say that, you know, wine is, it's like fine wine, you could say. It gets better and better with age. And after he was released from England, from Bradford, and he wasn't accepted back, and he played locally in Jamaica, after the 2008 Caribbean Cup where he had some splendid performances, he had 2 offers in the MLS, one from Toronto FC and one from the LA Galaxy. Now, Tyrone Marshall was a player at Toronto FC at the time, and Donovan Ricketts asked for advice from Tyrone Marshall as to which one of the 2 clubs should he go to. And you know what Tyrone Marshall said to him? He said, go to LA Galaxy. That is a caring football player, because he knew what was happening at LA Galaxy at the time. He knew the transition they were in under head coach Bruce Arena, and Donovan Ricketts had such a splendid time at LA Galaxy, especially in his first spell. He won the MLS Goalkeeper of the Year award in 2010 and 2013. No other non-North American goalkeeper has ever done that before. And now he's in the top 10 for top 10 most shutouts list in the MLS, and the best goal against average in the MLS history. As the amount of clean sheets he has kept, he's averaged less than a goal a game. So he averages conceding a goal, 1 goal every 2 games. You can't argue with that as a goalkeeper. He's truly made himself look big, and he's been a physical presence. And let's not forget the big title, the bread and butter that he won, winning the MLS Cup in 2011. And Donovan Ricketts has played with some top quality players throughout his years at LA Galaxy, likes of Landon Donovan, David Beckham, Robbie Keane, Clint Mathis, Todd Donovan, Sean Franklin, Omar Gonzalez, AJ De La Garza, Dima Kovalenko, Aleko Escadarian. Some really, really good players. Greg Berhalter, a veteran in US football, you could say as well. Some quality players have come up throughout the ranks of LA Galaxy, and I credit Bruce Arena as well for spotting Jamaican talent as well, because I've always admired his philosophy, you could say, as a coach, and giving Jamaicans an opportunity. And similarly, we're seeing that today with Caleb Porter, who is at Portland Timbers. Remember, he was coach at University of Akron as well in the college ranks, and we've seen the opportunities he has given, and he's brought back Darren Mattox. So let's see if we can see a renaissance in form for Darren Mattox in the MLS. We'll just have to wait and see how things progress from there. Luton Shelton. Yes, we know he has scored 35 goals in 75 games for Jamaica, but he's the only man from the Caribbean to win 2 of the major Scandinavian titles. He's won the Swedish Cup, the Norwegian Cup, and he's come second in the Danish Cup, runners-up in the Danish Cup. Wonderful, isn't it? No other Caribbean player has ever done that before, and this deserves recognition as well. Luton Shelton has played Europa League football. He scored against Deportivo La Coruña. That was his first ever Europa League goal, scoring a diving header in Spain. That was a wonderful goal. And then in the round of 16, I believe it was, against Manchester City, he scored at home while he was playing for Aalborg. At that time at Manchester City, that's when they had the likes of Robinho, Elano, Shea Given, those players, Benjani. So it was still a competitive Manchester City team. So they didn't go through, and as you remember, he missed the decisive penalty kick that would have sent Aalborg into the quarterfinals, but he's done really well. Luton Shelton overseas, especially in Europa League football, taking his team to the latter stages of the tournament. Not only with Aalborg in Denmark, but Vålerenga as well in Norway. And we saw his team as well in Turkey, Karabukspor, as well as now he's in Russia, where he was with Volga Nizhny Novgorod. So he's been quite a traveller, you could say. He was supposed during his time at Harbourview, there was an inquiry from Burnley Football Club in Lancashire, but the work permit situation didn't go through. However, a deal came through for Sheffield United, and from Sheffield United he left and went to Norway, and then from Norway to Denmark, and then from Denmark back to Norway, and then from Norway all the way east to Turkey, and then from Turkey up north to Russia. Well, he's 30 years old. Let's see what the next chapter of his life will be. Will he come back to Jamaica? Will he return to the Will he go to the MLS? It'll be interesting to see how things go where that is concerned. Joby McAnuff. Joby McAnuff is one of a few captains in Premier League history to play every single league game for their club in the Premier League in one season. And he did that in the 2012-2013 season when he captained Reading FC. He played every single league game. That is quite remarkable, because you need a captain that could not only be a leader but an influence on the pitch, and that's exactly what Joby McAnuff was as well. So, and not many captains do end up playing the 38 games. Captains are just nowadays just a member of the club. squad player. And we said that with Mikel Arteta. But no, it wasn't the case. The case for Reading. All the Jamaicans we've seen, all the accolades for them, like promotion from League 2 to League 1, or League 1 to Championship, or Championship to Premier League, like Ricardo Gardner. Remember the goal he scored against Preston North End in that 3-0 victory to guide Bolton Wanderers to the Premier League. You see how long that they spent in the Premier League, 11 straight seasons. Played Europa League football as well. Ricardo Gardner scored at the Allianz Arena against Bayern Munich, scoring past Oliver Kahn in that 2-2 draw. That was one crazy match, I tell you. Who can say that they've scored against Oliver Kahn? Not many footballers. Not many Caribbean players, you could even say as well. So this is truly splendid. Sometimes we forget about some of the things that our Jamaican players do, and we do need to give them more props about it, you know. For an example, when I was an analyst during the 2010 FIFA World Cup, and I was doing some more research on players and their Jamaican roots and stuff like that, I found a player at Watford, and his name was Adrian Mariappa. He qualified through his mum. His mum's side of the family is from Jamaica. However, there was an article shortly after the World Cup that said that he was called up to play for Fiji in the Pacific Island Games, and that hurt me because I was keen on getting in contact with him and bringing him involved for Jamaica, because I think he's the type of defender that we haven't had for quite some time. But he turned down that offer, and it went on that he told the Jamaican media in April 2012, Jamaica offers me the best opportunity to play in a World Cup. And I was really elated for him to choose Jamaica. So I did all the necessary research and gave Captain his contact details, and look where he is today. He has captained the Reggae Boyz on a number of occasions, and despite being 29 years old, going on 30 very soon, I still think he has a few more years left in the tank, and I do hope that he'll be at a Premier League club next season, whether it's Burnley, Middlesbrough, or Brighton Hove and Albion. I just hope that it's a Premier League club that he'll play at. I wonder if Wes Morgan can have a word with Ranieri about bringing in Mariappa. That'll be good. I would like that. I'd like that partnership together, because the cohesion is there already. Both are familiar with each other and have played with each other for the last 3 years, so I say why not, you know? Well, Reggae Boyz fans, that is Tid Bits Friday for today on May 6th. I am Simon Preston. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe as we continue to give you more content about our Reggae Boyz and other information. Please remember to continue to sharing with your friends, family and all over to subscribe as well. We're close to 100 subscribers, and by the end of the year we're really pushing to get to 1,000, because we really want to continue to be that #1 channel providing content not only on our Reggae Boyz but on under 20 and under 17, but even Reggae Girls as well. You look on the internet today and you see fan channels for the likes of Manchester United, Man City, the top clubs in the world, but for international teams you don't see fan channels. You don't see information given out on a daily process for national teams. And that is my aim and intention with this channel, and I will provide content daily on this channel. That is my vow, and that is exactly what I'll do. And I'll ensure that this information is credible, insightful and informative. I'm Simon Preston. Thanks for watching, and don't forget once again to subscribe.